This is episode 549, Math to the Test. We're building off what we discussed yesterday about how to really communicate with your coaches, other parents, directors, kind of make a decision. Should I stay on this team? Should I go? And the importance of math. I'm going to show you the math that I did yesterday with my son. All of this on episode 549. So math to the test. So yesterday we had a game in Maricopa, and it was a game that was played far, far away, an hour and 10-minute drive, because City of Phoenix won't open up their parks. We're hoping this Friday they will, because if they don't open their parks, I hope you join me and many others. We'll start pushing this very soon, that we're going to protest by going to a City of Phoenix park, and we're going to protest by playing soccer. We're going to hold signs and march everywhere saying, let them play. That's what we're going to do. So City of Phoenix, just open them up because we're coming. Just because everyone goes to Maricopa and everyone goes to Fair Farm Sports Complex and everyone goes to Scottsdale and Gilbert to play their soccer match. We're still getting together. We're still playing the sport that we love. And you shutting down the facilities is only making it very difficult for the City of Phoenix citizens. You're forcing them to drive far, far, far away, and that's a problem. Instead of having Maricopa and Gilbert and those families come play soccer in Phoenix and buy our gas in Phoenix and spend money over here, we're losing that opportunity too. So you're just crushing the Phoenix economy as well. We're playing anyways. The COVID's going to spread how it's going to spread. So open up, I say. Back to what happened yesterday. So we had a game far, far away, and we were late. So Jack didn't start, but I broke it up in shifts because as it's hot. There was a water break. So his first shift, and I encourage you to record time, was 5 minutes and 41 seconds. 5 minutes and 41 seconds, and he got the ball 5 times during that time frame. His first sequence was. He got 4 touches on the ball, and he passed the ball successfully forward, so towards the attacking goal. And then the next time he got the ball, he touched the ball 5 times, cross the ball forward. Anytime you're going at the goal, it's forward. And it was deflected out for a corner kick, so that was a positive. And then he had a 1-touch pass that was successful backwards, another one that was backwards, and then 2 touches pass that was successful going backwards or forward. So the totals was 13 total touches, pass successes 5, pass fail 0, 3 forward passes, and 2 back. Then his second shift, they did a water break. When they came out of the water break, he played 14 minutes and 57 seconds, and he had I'll just do the totals: 10 touches, 5 passes that were successful, 0 passes that were a failure. He had 1 tackle fail where it was 50-50 and it went out of bounds and it was their ball. So he had a total of 4 passes forward, 1 pass backwards, and 1 50-50 tackle out. And then his next shift, I think that got him to halftime, was 12 minutes and 28 seconds. I recorded, I'll give the totals, 15 total touches, 6 going forward successfully, and then 1 pass fail, 1 pass fail going forward, 1 pass fail going backwards, and 1 dive in. And then his last shift was 8 minutes and 17 seconds, 7 touches, 1 forward pass success, 2 forward pass fail. Now, that was a shorter time. You could see the data on the very end. It was limited. He only had 2 opportunities on the ball, and it was 1 was successful and 1 was a failure, and a total of 7 touches. And he was really not involved, but the whole team wasn't involved. It was very ugly. They were up 3-2, and they're trying to hold on to a lead, so everything was played wide and down the line, and it got very ugly, and the opposition actually tied at 3-3. But I don't care about that. I was more concerned that in the last 8 minutes, my son wasn't able to touch the ball much. He typically plays in the midfield, and he wasn't touching the ball hardly at all. So that bothers me. I want my child to get the ball a lot and make decisions and fail a lot. Now I can have a conversation with my son. Hey, here's your totals. Let's beat this. And I just I didn't have anything to write on. I just used my phone. But having the opportunity to really record everything your child does, especially time. Now I have a total of time. I can average it out over so many games, and you can see things differently. Predicated on this thought process. We are in a big race for our children to develop in the game by getting as many opportunities in a soccer match as possible. You need a real situation where they're actually competing with another team, with referees or what have you, but it needs to be a true competition that it has the nerves. They're scared, they'll play with the pressures that are provided by that. And you're in a big race to see how many times your child can get the ball and distribute it successfully to your team. They need to be able to make decisions. And too many times I've seen teams, they're so scared about losing, they change the way they play. They play tactical defense and bunker down and try to hold the lead. I'm like, why? He's 12. Just play. And I was so frustrated after the game because there was times watching my son's team play that it was just beautiful. They're just toying with other teams because they're playing according to their culture, which is Hispanic, technical Hispanic players. And then when they started to play, worried about competing and as far as losing, they would move the ball wide, get down the sideline because they think that's the safest place to lose a ball. It's not. It's not, in my opinion. Safest place is to lose a ball in the middle of the field because there's more numbers around to deal with that. When it's all in the sideline, there's hardly anything. They can easily counter down the sideline, cross the ball in, and make it something else. But the kids need to be able to make decisions. They have to. It's only way for development to happen. So if your child is not getting touches on the ball and doesn't look up and isn't able to make a decision, they're getting worse. How many weekends or how many games are you willing to put your child through that? But you got the victory, but your son played a total of 15 minutes and touched the ball twice, but you won. That serves no purpose. And the parents out there, they don't see it. They have like soccer goggles on, like beer goggles. They cannot see what they're looking at. They're more concerned about winning. I hear it all the time. These applauses, like a kid kicked the ball to like 40 yards up the field out of bounds to stop a counter or whatever, versus just bring the ball down and settle and make a decision because of the fear of losing. It should never be that way. You should be in the fear of your child learning to develop in the game, which is in pressure situations of the game itself and making decisions, as many as possible. You want your child to fail as much as possible under those kinds of pressures without the fear of the sideline freaking out, whether it's the parents or the coaches or anything like that. They need to just be able to go play the game and not worry about that. It's truly one of the dumbest things we do as parents and coaches, not allowing the kids to actually think critically and make decisions. I mean, the question is, when are they allowed to play like the players they idol? I talked to, my son was playing on another team, and there was a player that was on Saturday. My son played Friday. He played 2 games, played a game on Saturday, played a game Sunday. I need him to get touches in real game environments. So on Saturday, he was playing with another team, and I saw a player just out of control, just falling forward and just not playing well, just kicking the ball and hoping and all this stuff. And I went to him after the game. I'm like, who's your favorite player? And he goes, Messi. I'm like, you want to play like Messi? He goes, yeah. Then why aren't you playing like him right now? And he just kind of thought a little bit. And I finally told him, you need to make sure that you're doing what Messi does. Bring the ball down, look up, make a decision, spin and turn out of pressure, but don't be so reckless where you're just kicking the ball up the field. And Messi doesn't do that. He doesn't kick the ball up the field to the other team. I said, you have to be willing to bring the ball down, look up, and decide what's going on. And then when you're ready to play one touch or two touch soccer, you play that according to what you see. But if you don't see it, you got to bring the ball down and keep it. Have to. So I asked that question to all you coaches and parents out there. I get you want to win so bad. When are you going to start playing like the teams and clubs you would like to play like? When are you going to play like Barcelona or Bayern Munich or Liverpool? When are you going to play like them, like the professionals? Oh, they're not professional. What are you talking about? They're playing at a level. You have the choice to play just like them as far as making decisions, looking up, and being smarter about things right now. You're not playing against Liverpool. You're playing against someone that's supposed to be similar to you guys' level. Start playing like that right now. You can't just turn 19 and suddenly you can make those decisions. That makes zero sense to me. You have to do it now. You have to fail now and record it. Okay, you had the ball 20 times, which would be amazing. That's a lot of times in a game. Hopefully more. And you failed 50% of the time. Okay, that's the goal. Beat that. And we all know this. At your job or anything that you're trying to pursue, you have to fail over and over and over to perfect it. So why can't our kids fail? I don't know. But this is something we need to fix, ladies and gentlemen, because they're not going to get better. Record the math. It's important. Every time, report it. And I'm going to keep doing that and see how my child develops over time. And I'll give it to you as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.